Good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, also on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. This is the New Jersey and Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. This is unusual because Saturdays I'm usually working so early, and I haven't been for the last couple of Saturdays in a row, so, this is going to continue for a while. This is unusual for me to do a video forecast discussion on Saturdays, but nonetheless, it's what we do. Weather is what you get. Meteorology is what we do. This is the morning edition of the video forecast discussion for this Saturday, the 28th of March, 2020. This year is already flying by. Hasn't been too good, by the way. Let's just face it, it hasn't been. Will it get better? That is your own personal opinion. Starting off at about 22 minutes past 8 this morning with your temperatures in the low to the mid and upper 40s across the region. Not much minimums last night as well, just a few in the upper 20s to low and mid 30s. Most temperatures overnight were in the 40s where the cloud cover was increasing across the region. This is from the Rutgers weather site, and the wind chills again have not been updated. Let's do relative humidity now. Relative humidity values are getting higher as the precipitation shield is running over the top here as the warm front's approaching in southern New Jersey, so dew points are coming up too. Temperatures are still, relative humidities are still moderate here in northern New Jersey, but don't worry. Showers are on the way. Rain is on the way in this area as well. Let's take a look at the dew points, and this tells the story. We've got the temperatures, and now we've got the dew points, which are still dry here in the 20s across northern New Jersey, but they've come up into the 40s where the temperatures are in the 40s and 50s here. So that's why the relative humidity and the radar is also starting to fill in as well. Now, it's been quite dry in northern New Jersey, but here comes the rain with the warm front. And again, you got rain on the way today. It's a pretty raw day. Let's take a look at the wind speeds. Winds are all off the ocean as expected with high pressure to the north. Winds are all out of the east, so it's a pretty raw day as forecasted. And the wind gusts right now, well, they're not too shabby either. They're pretty light, generally at about 5 to 10 miles per hour across the region. Nationally, here's what's going on. This is provided through iWeatherNet.com, which we love so much, this severe weather browser here. This is the warm front now. This is the cold front. And here comes all the lightning strikes and storm reports and gusty winds here along the warm front, along the cold front now. This is the upper level low here across Lincoln, Nebraska. And here's the warm front with the rain heading in our direction for today. Low level water vapor really tells the tale here. Look at all of this upper level divergence and diffluence here along this warm front and again along the cold front with multiple areas of heavy lifting here through Nebraska and Illinois and also into the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, also into the Great Lakes as well. That's why all the lifting is going on, because this storm system is getting ready to head up towards the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River Valley, and it's a plume of moisture. Yeah. Latest Storm Prediction Center's Meteo-Scale analysis overlaid with the radar. Here's our high pressure exiting. Here's our northeast wind and east wind coming off the ocean. The atmosphere is quite dry still across these areas here to the north, but it's starting to fill in, and the rest of the day doesn't look too promising. Neither does tonight, and neither does tomorrow morning either. New Jersey regional temperatures for today, upper 40s, low 50s, so it's a little bit raw outside, not really a perfect day. Now, again, tomorrow, warm front may not make it into northern New Jersey. We discussed this yesterday. We've discussed it numerous times across the Hudson River Valley, New York, Connecticut, Long Island. If the warm front doesn't make it through, you're just going to have near average temperatures. Where it does make it through, around 78, Interstate 78 and south, temperatures are going to run in the upper 50s, lower 60s, mid 60s to around 70 around the Washington, D.C. area. Everything starts changing when the cold front comes through on Monday, but still it's going to be mild in certain spots, especially across central and southeastern areas, southwestern areas as well, where temperatures are going to be in the low to the mid 60s on Monday. But that all changes. Sorry, the data was refreshing on the hour there, so we're going to go back to the previous hour. For Tuesday, temperatures are going to be in the low to the mid 50s again, quite normal for this time of the year. A little chillier on Wednesday with another frontal passage, upper 40s, low and mid 50s, so about near to slightly below, and near to slightly near normal again on Thursday and Friday of next week. No big changes for next week. Let's do the national max temperatures, maximums in the afternoon hours for the country, day by day for the next 7 days. Of course, it's chilly across the north and northeast today with that raw northeast wind, and east wind and rain coming in. Tomorrow, on Sunday, that warm air expands into the northern mid-Atlantic, but watch out, northern New Jersey and New England, not happening. All the warm spots, northern mid-Atlantic, southern mid-Atlantic, Florida, Texas, you guessed it. As we head into Monday, things expand, but some warmer weather here in the northern mid-Atlantic. Again, everything's starting to shift around again. By the time we get to Tuesday, everything kind of compresses down again, so cooler, generally normal temperatures for this time of the year across these areas here in the yellows and the greens. Nothing significant there. By the time we get to Wednesday, again, no major changes nationally. It's quite cold across Minnesota, Montana, portions of the northern high plains here. Day 6, which is Thursday of next week, all the warm weather in the south, expanding into Texas and Arizona. Normally these spots are very warm at this time of the year anyway, so there's no change there. Just ask my friends who live there. And of course, no changes for the rest of the forecast period for Friday nationally either. National Digital Database snowfall for the next 72 hours, which takes us out through Tuesday, March 31st in the morning. Of course, portions of Maine, portions of the Great Lakes here, a little bit here and there. Again, not impressed. Looking out at the wild blue yonder, 7-day precipitation nationally, lots of precipitation around the Cascades and Washington and Oregon's western sections here. You'll be dealing with 4 or 5 inches of precipitation, mostly in the form of rain and snow. And again, across the Great Lakes, the Ohio River Valley area, the Northeast, the out into the southern mid-Atlantic Ocean here. Very dry over Florida and the Gulf with all that dry high pressure that we just showed you on the water vapor channel. And of course, again, wet begets wet across, the deep south, the Tennessee River Valley, and portions of Arkansas and Texas as well. Hi-ho the Dario, here comes the storm, and it goes and bombs out across the St. Lawrence River Valley. Here comes the warm front, here comes the rain, here comes Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There goes that storm. There it goes, right out to sea across the southern mid-Atlantic. So forget April Fools, it's a fool. Here comes some northern stream energy with another weak disturbance across southeastern Canada. Something else trying to develop in the Gulf heads out to the southeast. The upper level flow really just does not support, in the Pacific doesn't support anything major happening this week across the northern mid-Atlantic. Plenty of action elsewhere along the Gulf and, of course, across the Front Range here in the Colorado Rockies, but nothing really impressive here stands out to me. Again, comparing the 500 millibar pattern from the European model guidance and the GFS. Well, too much Western Pacific energy coming in, overriding the subtropical jet stream, so we don't have any blocking here, and none is forecast. So here comes that storm for April 4th. Well, let's go back to even April 1st. Nothing shows up really on the guidance here. And as we go through Saturday, April 4th, well, again, everything is progressive in this flow. No blocking on the top, and none is expected. Finally showing something happening around April 7th, but again, not so sure any of these things are going to pan out. We still have a west to east flow across the country, which is zonal. Well, at least the birds know what to do out there. They certainly do. And they're doing it again this morning. And I do need more coffee this morning as well, and probably some breakfast as well. For GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You have a great Saturday, and we might be back this afternoon, but most likely not. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Have a great weekend, folks.